Hello, this is Albert and I'm here with Dr. Ken Jones. We're just at Peterborough Airport. We took a flight with his wife Kirsty down to the lake and then up to Peterborough, and we're going back to Oshawa shortly. Just thought I give some of the people that I like to know about my clients a bit of a testimonial from an existing client. Ken, what was investing like before and while you were not with me, and what is it like with me at the moment, and what has been your experience since we first started, and perhaps you can talk a bit how long we've actually worked together.
Yeah, how long we've actually worked together, I'm not really sure because it goes back quite a long way, but it's in the early 2000s, somewhere probably around 2002, 2003, somewhere in that range, where we started. But I was coming from an institutional investment group, and working with Albert was, I found a lot better because there was more attention to what my specific needs were, and the communication was always very good. We explored what investment goals that I had over time, and Albert's always worked together with me to make that happen and to follow what we needed to. So since that time, I've brought virtually all my major investments to Albert, and he's managed my income very well, and that's of course is my permanent income because I'm retired now, and after I retired, then that became an income stream for me, and it still is. So it's growing, and it's been doing well over the past number of years, and should provide me with a steady stream, a little bit of growth, net growth, and it's working out pretty well for me.
And Ken, if I may ask you, how do you feel about the risk levels and the overall comfort that you have now compared to what you had with the institutional firm or with some of the other advisors that you had?
Well, as far as the risk level is concerned, that's a discussion between Albert and myself all the time as to what level of risk is tolerable and what's desirable from a management standpoint and total income and investment goal standpoint. So it's been flexible, and it's changed of course over the years because I have less risk now that I'm retired than I had before. But it's always a discussion as to how the investments are managed currently and in the future. So it's a matter of matching the goals together with the risk level and tolerability, and so it's an ongoing thing, and it's worked out pretty well in the last many years. So
Ken, overall, you'd say you're quite pleased with the experience that you've had so far. Is there anything that you'd like to add in terms of what have been your specific good experiences, or where we dealt with things that were perhaps a bit more difficult?
Well, of course, over the past number of years, there have been market ups and downs, and things haven't always gone up the way everybody would like it to, but it's always been a matter of managing what's going on and being able to react and balance things out. So you don't panic when things start to go down, and you don't get too ecstatic and try to build things up too fast when you're at the top of the market either and things are accelerating a lot. So it's a game. You're in this for the long term, and you want the funds to grow and to last for a long time. So it's not something you do up and down where there's a lot of volatility. It's like Warren Buffett said, you buy stocks and you buy a portfolio and you manage that for the long term. You don't jump in and out every 6 months just because the market's up higher or down lower. You look at what the fundamentals are for the country, for the investments, for the stocks that you actually have, and you manage it that way. So that's worked out really well. It matches what Albert is doing, and we can have a good discussion about where things should go.
Thank you very much, Ken. Much appreciate your help, your input or your feedback here, and I hope we can still continue our relationship for a very long time. And thank you for joining me today for the flight to Peterborough and back.
My pleasure.